I was 13 and I was in 8th grade. I didn't wear shoes at all, and this was my first shoes. And I remember that day waking up and getting ready for school, and I couldn't find my shoes, and I searched for it everywhere, and finally I found my shoes right across the street, chewed into pieces. A stray dog had decided to turn my brand new shoes into a chew toy. Yeah, that's when I decided, what if I do something about it? Like, there's been this much accidents and stray dog attacks, and actually there's no way of preventing these attacks. Or maybe that's stray dog attacks at home or stray dog attacks at street. The only way of preventing a stray dog attack, for example, at the street, if a dog is coming to bite at you, the only way of survival is to just run. That's the only way there. There's nothing else you can do. So I decided to go deep into this problem and explore what is it and how is it possible to solve this issue once and for all. So the problem is clear, and then I went to Google and I searched. Yeah, searched for what is the annoying thing for dogs and what makes dog repel from you. And the first thing that came in my search is this ultrasonic sound and Galton whistle and things like that. I was so curious about how a simple sound can annoy dogs. Then I was really surprised to know that these sounds were not able to hear or is not audible to humans. And then I got into this ultrasonic sound and different waves of sound and how different frequencies affect the brain and how it makes it annoying. So I studied a lot about that, and I thought I had found a solution of some kind. Like, if I make some kind of device that can produce this sound instead of a whistle, it could repel. And that's when I saw that product online. I saw that product online in Amazon, ready to sell in the name of dog repeller. Like, then I searched in the YouTube for, like, what is dog repeller and dog repeller examples, and these were all coming. These results were coming, and I was happy. I found a great product that's relatable in Kerala. That's where I live, and also science fairs were coming. So yeah, I have a really nice project to build. So if I build this project, and I was confident that I could go and get into the next stages of science fairs. So I made this project, and my school was very supportive of it. And also they did register for a program called Young Innovator Program in my school at that time. So I think it was the first time that my school was registering, or the second year. But we registered for it, and after 1 year the results and all came. So I'll explain that later on the video. But I went to the science fair and I got selected for the sub-district level and the district level, but I wasn't able to go into the state level because the device I made was very small. I don't have the device currently. Wait, I do have the device. Wait a second. So yeah, I do have the prototype and that version of that here, right here. This was the first version. Let me explain how I got here first. So I had this crazy idea. I didn't know how to make this happen. So I had some experience in Arduino board, and how to program. I did program. I had started to code since fourth grade, so I had some experience in programming. I was in eighth grade, right? Yeah, so technically I have like 3 to 4 years of experience in programming. So I knew I could make this thing happen. I believed that you could make anything with technology. So if you know how to code, you can actually make anything happen. So yeah, and there was also devices available. So yeah, why not? You could actually make this. So And I searched, and first I did make a prototype with this board called Arduino board, but it was not impressive. Like, it just had I just had a few lines of code, very few lines of code to create this yeah well, hertz, create this frequency of sound. And let me actually explain how this device works. So our humans could only hear up to 0 to 10,000 hertz, but dogs can hear, sorry, 0 to 25,000 hertz. It varies on different peoples, but dogs can hear up to 50 to 60,000 hertz. I couldn't find the correct number online at that time too. I asked some of my teachers, but they couldn't also answer the correct number. But it's around 50 to 60,000 is the limit of the hearing capacity of dogs. This is the sound frequency. Like, if it's very low pitch, it would be very low frequency, and if it would be high pitch, it would be very high frequency. Like, um, I'll provide some examples in the video. So then, I created this thing. I created selected a sound pitch that's 40 hertz and 40 kilohertz, 40,000 hertz, that was unable to hear for humans, but able to hear for dogs. And yeah, I made that thing, but it was not complicated or stuff like that, and it was too bulky too. So I then searched for another way to make it more complicated. Like, I was gonna make for science fair and make it most cheap. That was the main thing. Make it more cheaper than the current available project products. I didn't buy any of the projects that were still available. So that was my aim. I wanted to make it cheaper. Then I found this circuit. That it's called an astable circuit. I had at that time I didn't have any idea of what circuits were, IC capacitor, what this thing is. I didn't have any idea about all these stuffs. I did have coded in and built projects in Arduino board, but not in this thing. So I learned about all that stuff at that time at 8th grade. And then I, with the help of some mentors and a big shout out to Evolve Labs, uh, that helped me out on that project. So they were the guys that taught me how to code at age 4, and sorry, grade 4. Yeah, so I was able to get connect to them, and they really helped me about all this, and to source these components too. And after that, I made this, and this was the thing that I got into the science fair. And I think the issue that I didn't get beyond district level is because this was too small, and the things that were getting selected were big, very big, like smart home, uh, yeah, that kind of stuff. So I didn't really get a chance there. But a year later, YAP, Young Innovator Program, I got selected for this same project. Uh, Completed the sub-district block level, then district level, then state level, and I got selected for this project in the state level too. Finally, I got the chance to express this, and yeah, so I was happy. I was very happy, and that's the final stage that I'm currently in. Now the problem is I have tested this on a stray dog. I had only tested this on a pet dog, and it seemed to work. And that's what I had told in all these competitions. But when I tested this thing with a stray dog, this actually didn't work. Yeah, it turns out that this doesn't work with stray dogs. I tested this with some of the dogs that are around me, and it didn't work. So now I'm working towards another solution for this to become a right product. So I wanna work on this more. So stay tuned for the updates. So this is what I have been doing in the that I had done in the dog repeller project, and this was my experience, my first innovation. And yeah, so thanks, peace out, bye.